I understand.
Oh, bye bye. All right, good morning, good night, and good evening, everybody. Today is finally the last match of the day. And it's gonna be Wanderio versus Kagira. Um, this is winner's bracket, not LB. My brain just fully blanked. Everything disappeared. If you did not know, oh my god, good morning, Alexa, off. I had to make sure I woke up from the mat. But oh, if you didn't know already, which I'm pretty sure you all already know, the HP did go up to 1 mil instead of 850. 800. Excuse me, 800. My brain already died in like 5 minutes. As well as the order switched to snake order, so it's gonna be A B B A A B. It's something like that. However the math, that's how it works. And it looks like Wanderio is gonna win the pick, so he's gonna be picking first. Now, as we've seen already, Wanderio is a pretty consistent player. Can't remember exactly what Kagiura plays primarily. Alright, so first man that's gonna come out is gonna be from Wanderio, which is going to be Hard Rock 1. And then we're gonna see a Hard Rock 2 then as well. And first pick is gonna come from Wanderio. But we're gonna go into neutrals first. Completely blanked. Completely blanked. You guys already probably know each player gets one neutral. And this is not connected to their paths whatsoever. Wanderio's neutral is going to be no mod 4. And then no mod 5 coming from Kagira. We're going in so fast. Are you gonna see a DT free pick? Well, this is a Panic at the Disco song. We've only seen it once today. This one is the highest BPM in the pool. It's sitting at 264. Very short map, under 2 minutes. CS4 and AR 1007. Wait, no. Me when I gaslight myself? No, me when I'm right? No, me when I'm also wrong. Anywho, stats actually are 264, 4 CS, and 9 AR. Me when something's not clicking and I can't read both screens. if you have, which I think most people have seen this map before, it has been pulled before as a hidden 2 for like lower SR pools, but it is just barely overlappy, little bit of burst, kind of a bit of everything, but it is awkward for the most part. It's more of the overlaps that come out fairly strong. Going in, we already see an early miss coming from Kagira. His skill set isn't really tapping as much. That's not his strong suit. This one isn't too tappy heavy. In comparison to Wanderio, he does definitely have a lot of act jobs sitting at 91, while Wanderio is sitting at 99. Yeah, it's mostly the finger control section that is the most prominent part that you are going to see in here. Easily trip up goal you can see. We're getting almost way to that halfway point, and they both broken combo, which makes it almost even game, even with that 100k score difference. If we are able to see Kaguya hold more and keep that act up, but we did watch last match how the combo game has helped them a lot more than accuracy, so we could see this here again as well. Kaguya does have a bit of the combo advantage, but going into this finger control section again, both players seem to be able to hold through. Kaguya misses right at the end. My apologies, Queen. Going into the last quarter of the map, there is a 100k score difference with Wanderio, who has the combo advantage as well. We'd have to see him completely break. Ooh, he does find a break, but I don't know if there's an... There's so many things that happen at once, I totally just blinked. Kagira and Wanderio seem to be struggling with keeping combo in this last finger control rhythm section. But understandable, we saw pretty lower scores today when this has been picked. Overall, they both have the same combo. It's just really that act difference that made the most. And Wanderio was able to hold a lot more in the first half of the map. And after that break in the solo section from Kagira, it just pushed it over even more to Wanderio's side. But nice scores. So it is going to be 1-1. Not too much of an HP hit from Kagira. So it is going to be 1 mil to 848k. Ooh, the normal one. Actually, just saw this 20 minutes ago. We are going in fairly fast. The beginning is fairly bursty, I would say, out of everything. The main thing you will see is just the awkwardness, especially coming in during the Ki sections. The jumps are fairly wide, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it doesn't get... I'm pretty sure it isn't until the second half where it gets a lot more ramped up with the aim. This map is a really good, like, consistency pick. Just because there's quite a bit of slower sections and the spikes are far between, so you definitely do have enough time to, like, recover. both players seem to be holding, with a little bit of attack advantage coming from Kagiura's side, with Wanderio sitting at 96. Both of them hitting that wiggle part right into those jumps, which some people have struggled on. They've both seemed very confident. Oh, Wanderio actually didn't find a break, and I totally missed that. Going into that midsection, that's not the best miss for him. So it is going to push a lot more if Kagiura is able to keep holding on. I'm pretty sure right after this is when it speeds up, and then there's like a lot more jump section. There is some nice rebuild coming from Wanderio. The score is growing with that 200k score difference. We're able to see Kagiura hold through the rest of it. He can definitely deal quite a bit of damage on Wanderio. And they both hit the squares. Both seeming to be fairly comfortable on this last quarter of the peg, which people have struggled on. So big ups, but that mid break from Wanderio is just pushed Kagiura, so it's definitely gonna be a huge tank of HP for Wanderio. Nice FC coming out at Kagiura. I have talked way too much today, and my voice is completely gone. Nice scores actually coming from both of them, only a 2 miss from Wanderio. It all just came down to the slower sections. Oh, the PS2. Not the PS2. Alright, so this pick is... Hello? Why is it not switching? Anyways, this pick is, as we have talked about before, is the hardest, if not the hardest, one of the hardest, if not the hardest map in the book. Wait, never mind, it's not his turn. I hate the snake order. It confuses me. My brain. Okay, it's gonna be Kagiura's pick again. Ooh, number 3. Alright, banger. Happy they picked this. Alright, so this map, stats are going to be PS5, AR 9.5, a length of 2 minutes, and BPM 145. It is mostly just a combo game at the end of the day on this one. Not too much intense patterns that are going on for this one as well. There's like slower sections where there are a couple of sliders that you can trip up on, but otherwise it is just I don't know. It's just it's not tame, but it's pretty consistent throughout the beginning section till you get to the very end. Both sitting at about the same rank. There was a teeny bit of an early break from coming from Kagiura at the start. This is his pick, so we're going to want to see him hold on strong. If he's able to deal a lot more damage to Wanderio, it'll be very good in his favor. The issue really with this map is the fact that it's such low BPM. But it feels like the map is just... I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like you know what I mean. I was gonna go into this little bit of build up. I believe it's going to start being a little bit more spacey, a little bit more slider heavy, some cuts. Both hit that finger control section. Me when I lie, Wanderio did miss on that, so it's going to start swaying over fairly quickly on the Kagiura side. With hitting that last third of the map, and he is sitting at almost 98 at, which he does find a miss. His scores are not too far off, and Wanderio has some good rebuild to combo. It's only about a 40k score difference, which we might see have enough time for it to take back over, but because of Kagiura's AC advantage, it might not happen as much, but the scores will be probably similar enough for it to not deal as much HP. The score is turning over not as quickly as I think Wanderio would want. I don't think there is enough map for him to take this over. Actually, me when I fully lie, I think Kagiura fully missing on those last two flow patterns. That really is what dropped his score. He lost so much score off of that ending. Otherwise, he did absolutely amazing, especially going into that second half of the map. He seemed fairly confident. And he was going neck and neck with Wanderio until that very end section. Oh, we're gonna see PS2. Please, no. I wouldn't pick this map within a 10-foot pole. This map is dangerous. Dangerous. It's 6 minutes. AR 10 flat. CS 4.4. SR 8.1. If you wanted to know what was in this map, everything. What's not in this map? Nothing. This map is literally so toxic. It's so demon in every way, shape, and form, and it starts right out strong. Right off the bat, I'm already running. Why are we running? Where are we running to? I can see a good reason as to why Wanderio picked this against Kagiura, because he hasn't been as comfortable on the topping sections. And off the bat, it's not looking too great for Kagiura, because it only gets faster from here. And there's quite a few buzz sliders in between the flowy streams, which are not going to help him all that much if he's struggling here already. A good amount of the map is just going to be cuts. Wanderio does find a miss, but it's traded with Kagiura. Hold on. I don't remember what path he is. He is Echoes. Wanderio is Echoes. Which is PS. It is the PS2 map. Yep. There is not too much slow sections. This is pretty much one of the only ones in the whole map. Going into this second quarter of the map, see both of them rebuilding that combo a bit, with Kagiura missing as soon as I said that on those sliders, which can trip you up even without there being any slider ticks. It is still difficult to keep combo on those. Wanderio does look a bit stronger on this, which is pretty understandable because this SR is where he thrives. going into those rhythm finger control sections. They're both seeming to be holding just fine. It does get a bit spacier from here. A lot of like kagiura screens, if I remember. But it is just in general fairly tapping heavy. Oh, Kagiura missing on that last note of the stream. Wanderio keeping some combo. He definitely does have the ACK advantage against Kagiura. Who is sitting at almost 98 and then 93. But Kagiura is really struggling to keep combos on those spike diff spikes. Wow, spike diffs? Oh wow. Right into the halfway point, it does get more spacey with the streams. And you're gonna see a lot more cuts into this next key eye. Both of them are keeping a bit of combo. Wanderio has some nice rebuilded combo. That score difference is going to be 100k, but he does have 1.3 multiplier on this pick. Kagiura struggling to keep the combo. Both of them, not as, oh my goodness, I keep forgetting like Wanderio's score. I saw one. Wanderio with a 1k combo. Kagiura is trying to build it back up going into that last third of the map. But this last third is the most difficult part of the map. It's going to ramp up fairly quickly with a lot of sliders and spaces. Not the best for keeping combo. Like I said earlier, this is where Wanderio thrives a lot more with SR. But definitely we can see Kagiura struggling a lot more on this. Just for how fast it is. Oh, this rhythm section. Yeah. Wanderio does find a miss on those on that burst section. He did have some act drop. He is sitting at about 97, but Kagiura is still sitting at that 92 range. And this is the straight tapping section. Doesn't help that a lot of it is fairly awkward. You're seeing a lot of flow, but then also these zigzags that both of them are struggling. This second half is definitely the hardest just because of the style of mapping switches quite a lot. You don't see any similar stuff like right after each other, just everything is completely different. Which isn't any consistency for somebody to like really hold on to. This is already a 200k score difference without the multiplier. And there's only a little bit of the map left. So there's definitely not enough time for Kagiura to take this one over. Those awkward slider velocity with the takes, those are mad annoying. Not surprising that everybody was missing on them. When I was looking over this map, I literally said I would never play this map in a million years. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Good scores though coming out of both of them. We have seen some rough scores so far. So that is fairly well. Wanderio is sitting at almost 96 with 350k. Really nice score. Alright, going into the hard rock 3. That's for this one. We're going to be. Is that? Yeah, that's what the BPM 145 under 2 minutes, sitting at 150 CS 3.9, and obviously 10 AR and OT. OT. It is a good amount of snap, which we haven't seen too much yet. The No Mod 1 was a little snappy, which we saw both of them fairly consistent on that one. This one's just, a tad faster. But I think for the majority, it is just a good amount of snap. And those doubles. Both of them holding. We do see Kagiura going hidden on the hard rock. Kagiura is sitting at 93, whilst Wanderio is at 97. Kagiura able to keeping combo through that section where he was dropping a lot of accuracy. Both still holding on strong into the last quarter of the map. There is the ACK advantage, which is making the score almost 100k difference. If you factor out the hidden multiplier. Wanderio does finally find a break. Kagiura is still holding on. Even I lie. He does also find a break at this very end section. Both scores absolutely phenomenal. That combo from Kagiura on 91 ACK, girl, me too. But matching Wanderio, for the most part, it was obviously the ACK difference that made everything. That did make Kagiura's HP go to 403. Yeah, 403k. The score is also at 4-1, so we are technically at match point. So it's either it might go down by HP or a match point. Either one, we shall see. But this is going to be Kagiura's pick, so we'll see what he goes into. Might go into his path map. Path map. He might go into that one potentially. Ooh, DT1. Maybe when I was just fully wrong. I'll just be guessing out of the wind. I have not seen this one today. So stats for this are going to be SR 6.74, BPM 242, length almost 2.5 minutes, CS 4.2, and AR 10.33. Second highest AR in the third highest AR in the pool. Nope, BPM. third highest BPM in the pool. I am ready to go to sleep. Right, looks like we're going to do that. Square seeming to hold on strong. There is an act advantage on Wanderio's side, but he does find a miss. So, and this map isn't that long, so we'd have to see him hold on to more combo after this. But if Kagira still finds a way to keep comboing this, it's definitely going to stay over on his side. But if we see an FC, honestly, that could really affect Wanderio's HP. Ooh, they both find a miss. There is a bit of an AK advantage now on Kagira's side with a 100k score difference. Yeah, the score's not moving all that much. Everybody's sitting at about the same combo, both at the same act as well. Going into the last quarter of the map. Ooh, Kagira does find a break. If Wanderio is able to keep combo, this could start swaying over to his side. There's not much of an accuracy lead. Oh my god, it might sway over. Yo, it. See him holding. Kagira was struggling to keep combo. And it looks like that slider is very intriguing. And it looks like Wanderio is going to take the pick. That is going to a win for Wanderio. Great scores coming from both you. Literally, basically neck and neck on this one. Yeah, great job. This was winner's bracket, so we will still see Kagira next week. But good job, everybody. This is the last match of the day, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.